Hey, I'll be giving an overview of Paradigm's email feature. So Paradigm lets you send emails directly from your sheets, and they are powered by the specific data that you collect about these people. So each email can be sent individually, but with personalization applied to each row, they can appear very, very high touch. So I'm going to start by generating a list of people from scratch and generating their emails on Paradigm. So I'll do this example of sourcing candidates. So find a list of software engineers at big AI labs like OpenAI, Anthropic, Google DeepMind, and add them to the sheet. You can always use Paradigm's email feature with a list of contacts that you upload into Paradigm. You can upload into Paradigm by clicking this button or this button, depending on if you want to upload them to your team file system to be visible for the whole team, or private, and you can always move between both file systems. Awesome. So now that we have a list of contacts, we can go ahead and generate in some of this basic enrichment information like location and LinkedIn, but this is not completely necessary for the step that's next, which is generating in their emails. So I can add a prompt here, and I can also make it email type. Email type is actually pretty important because it helps us do the actual sending. So make sure to make your emails in Paradigm email type. And the email of this person. The prompt for that one is pretty self-explanatory, so it will be optional to add, but maybe you want a work email versus a personal email, or you only want a certain type of email, you can always add more criteria in the prompt. And I'm also going to start generating the other information we need to send this email. So I'm going to generate first name. You'll see when you double click on the cell, you can see that it's verifying the deliverability of the email. So we have a waterfall list of data providers that we're getting emails from, and we also can, if we scrape the email from the internet, we can verify deliverability with a specific deliverability tool, so you don't have to worry about emails bouncing. If we're ever not sure about an email, a LinkedIn, or anything else on the product, we will leave the cell blank and explain the reasoning trace of why we left it blank. Awesome. So the last thing I want to do is, let me first give a little overview of how this email feature works, and then I'll add the last bit of personalization. So if I select over these cells that are email type, I can click this button to send an email. And you'll see it's being sent to all of these 16 emails, but it will send them as if they're individually sent. So just like mail merge, Gmass, any other mass emailing tool that you might use works. As a next step, we can connect our own email account. So here I will connect my Gmail. And this means it will send from my inbox. It will be connected to all the same integrations that I normally use. So if I have auto like CRM integration set up, that will all work the same way, and I can reply to the email right from my inbox as opposed to from Paradigm. So Paradigm can just be used as the send-off point, and your normal flow can be used for all responses and follow-ups. You can add a subject. And you can add variables. So you can add variables in the body and in the subject. So every column can be a variable that you add, which is how you can use the data in Paradigm to really hyper-personalize your emails. So I'll insert the first name variable, and then I want to make it even more personal. So I'm going to add a variable called personalization sentence. So in this prompt, I'm going to say write one sentence in the following format. I saw you wrote a paper paper on or worked on X specific thing, and I am very interested in the topic and would love to chat. So what this is going to do is now go out and find something to insert in this like specific wrote a paper or worked on X specific thing, and make it sound natural within the sentence. So it will actually read these papers, read their LinkedIn bio, read any company profile they have on these labs, and add a personalization sentence. So of course you can make the prompt anything you want. It can be as long or as short as you want. This is a more simple example. I'll start writing the email in the meantime. Great to connect. I saw you were working at company and I wanted to reach out. Best Anna. And here we can insert the personalization sentence. So here's an example. I saw you worked on self-supervised learning for large-scale time series forecasting. I'm very interested in the topic. And for all of these, you can see the process and the sources. So here you can go right ahead and schedule, send the email, or send them all separately. But I'm going to start with reviewing drafts, which allows me to see each individual parsed out email so that I can edit and change things about each individual email and kind of flip through and review before I send. And once they all look good, I can click this send all button, or maybe I only want to send 5 out of 16. I can just go through and click send for the ones that look good. The really nice thing here is you have this nicely integrated view where you can see the preview of the person's LinkedIn, their experience, and their background to add an even more personalized touch as you're polishing up the emails that you're about to send. If you need to edit the draft, you can click edit all here. Lastly, I'm not going to send the emails right now, but you can go into this email section and check the drafts and sent emails. So there's always a place to view what you've sent right within Paradigm. Thank you.